Hello again, everybody. It is time for another tractor tour. Everybody meet Bidi. Bidi is called Bidi because Bidi is a bidirectional. The seat and steering wheel turn around, and this tractor literally drives both directions on purpose. They're a very unique tractor. They're still sort of, actually they're not produced anymore. They change them drastically and then discontinue them, which really sucks because they're the best thing ever. Yes, it looks really funny. This thing on the front here is called a front end loader. These fit on multiple different tractors in different styles to do all kinds of different things. This one has our grapple bucket on it currently. I will show you kind of what that does in a minute. It pivots in the middle is how it steers. It's called an articulating tractor. It has a little 4-cylinder Cummins in it. Makes about 90 horsepower if I'm correct. It is turbocharged, which is enough power for this. It's gotten itself into trouble a few times. This old girl's been around a long time. She's got like 14,000 hours on it. It's had an in-frame engine rebuild once already. It's been pulled in half a couple of times. There is a ton of welding in different places. She's on her third set of pins and bushings on the loader, I think. She's kind of beat. But it is indispensable. So driving one of these is kind of interesting. They're very different than any other tractor really that exists except for their own kind. So we're going to start it up, which takes two hands because the safety. Everything's worn out because she's, old and been around a lot and everything's worn out. So the front end loader is with your feet. Left pedal lifts and lowers. Right pedal tilts forwards and tilts backwards. Left pedal opens and closes the grapple. And that's all really cool because you can literally be doing 3 functions at once if you know what you're doing. And the grapple pedal is self-canceling. So this is the grapple. So we use this to pick up bales. Maybe I'll get footage of me doing that. It opens and closes to be able to pick up bales. And so then how you drive this thing, it is a hydrostatic, which just like zero-turn lawnmowers, the further ahead you push the handle, the faster it goes. The further back you pull, it goes in reverse. Same thing. Here's the hydro handle. So the further ahead we push it, the faster we go. And we pull to the middle and back up. We can back up. And so it requires both hands really to be able to drive this well. She articulates. See, the tires get pretty close together there. That is how it steers. The throttle, there's only a hand throttle over here to be able to rev it up with, no foot throttle in this girl. And so the hydro, there's actually a 3-speed transmission here as well. It's kind of cumbersome to shift. It'll go anywhere from essentially an absolute crawl to about 22, 23 miles an hour, shifted through the 3 gears, which is pretty awesome. We usually are in 2nd gear around the yard. We have a bucket and a set of pallet forks for this tractor, so there's an awful lot of things we can do with it. We used to pull a bale processor with it, and it does all kinds of jobs and fits in all kinds of places. And yes, the skid steer can do some of what this can do, and a skid steer can do things this cannot do, but a skid steer does not fully replace this tractor. You'd need a payloader and a skid steer to replace it. So we'll probably never get rid of this. I'll be fixing this thing until probably my grandkids are along. So that's pretty cool. But so I said that the steering wheel and seat turn around, and they're supposed to, but this tractor's had an accident, and that has all been disabled. But literally the seat that I'm sitting on and the steering pedestal, they literally turn around, and my right hand would be over here, my left hand would be over here, and my feet would be up there and right there, and I would drive facing that away, which is where the hydrostatic thing comes in well, because you just put your left hand on the hydrostatic handle and go forwards or backwards with it. And so what people would do with that is there's a 3-point hitch on this end and a PTO, and you can get them with a PTO and a 3-point hitch on that end. So you could put a snowblower down there if you wanted to, or actually they're better on this end. But you could put, people put swathers on these. They mount a swather header up here and tow another one at the back, or they put a bale processor back there, or sometimes up here. You could actually get the loaders on the back. Actually, technically that's the front. The headlights are there, high, low beam. They call that technically the front. I call it the back because I've never ever seen this tractor driven the other way. But they're extremely versatile with all the attachments you can put on them. They're really, really cool. We love this tractor for loader work. It is the best thing with pallet forks since sliced bread. We love it to bits. We call it Bidi, the 276 and Little Versi, and all of us love it. Before it was worn out, my dad could use this thing as an extension of his own hand. I've actually opened a grain bin door with it, flipped the latch up and pulled the door open, but she's getting a little bit too worn out for that. But we still love her to bits. So that is a tractor tour of Bidi.